Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G-Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And today is May Day. May Day. Now, not that kind of May Day. It's May Day because it's May 1st, 2021. Yes, and May Day was actually Labor Day originally. But different countries, different ideas, different rules. Things changed over the time. Anyway, let's get right to it today. Today I'm featuring a product that was sent to me by a marketing company, and we're going to take a look at how it works and how it functions and what it can do for you. And it is this product right here, the POWBUZZ electric screwdriver, model SD-1009. And you saw that already in my title. That information is there, and then I also put right beside the title the website for this company, so you can go to their website and check them out. And I think you can find reviews and things like that there. Now, if you want to buy one of these after we're done testing this, okay, you want to go to Amazon, and I will put down in the comments section below, I will put the address on Amazon where you can find this product. And I did ask ahead of time if they would give a discount to my viewers, and they said yes, and they put a 10% discount on the Amazon site just for you to go there and get a 10% discount off this product. Now, it seems to be a pretty good little item. I've had to take it out, and I wanted to make sure that I fully charged this thing before I started doing this, because I didn't want the battery to be dead when I went to start demonstrating it. And I have been having to doing this off over and over again, daily, every day, because of problems with the weather. Of course, you know, from my other episodes, we've had a lot of wind. So let's get right to it, because this is going to be one video of two today. After I'm done showing you this product, I'm also going to do a video for some of the other items that I did, my regular homestead items. Okay, so inside the box, we have the owner's manual. Got a lot of neat little tips and information in here. Okay, so you might want to look through that before you get started, and it comes in different languages, so if you don't understand what I'm saying, you can get the book out. And you can get it in English, German, French, Spanish, and Italian, and it looks like maybe Japanese or Chinese, one of the two. I don't know. All right, so anyway, it's got all the information in the little book. And then it comes with a USB charging cord. It doesn't have a USB charger. There's no charger unit in this box, but in today's world, almost everybody has a smartphone charger for their cell phone, or they have a laptop or a tablet or something like that that has a USB port in it. So you can plug your tablet or laptop into the wall and then plug the USB port into a USB port on the wire, and then plug the other end, the small end of the wire, into, which is a micro USB, plug that into the tool. And like I said, I have had this out to charge it. So there on the bottom end is the charging port where you would put the micro USB into. Now, this is a flashlight, and there's a little button right here for the flashlight. Look at that. Get a nice little LED flashlight for searching things out in the cabinet or whatever, or looking inside of an electronics case after you open it up. And then over here, it has two buttons. One of them tells you about the charge state. So if you press that button in and the red light flashes and just keeps on flashing, you'll need to charge it. And while you're charging it, when it's fully charged, the light will turn green. Okay? So, very simple to use. It has a forward and a reverse on the same button. So you press the forward button to tighty-righty, and press the backward button for loosey lefty. Now, it also has lights on this end, so you can see what you're working on when you're working on it. So when you press the button, the lights come on for a few seconds and show you what you're doing. Okay, so it comes with a little pack here with some different screwdriver bits in it. You get a number 1 flat bit, a number 2 Phillips bit, and then it looks like a 5/16 hex bit. Okay, and then down here you have all of your little electronics bits, all the different sizes, your Torx bits and your little Allen wrench bits, and little flat screwdrivers, and number 1 and number 1/2 Phillips bits, things like that. Okay, so everything that you could use for working on some small electronics and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the number 2 Phillips bit in here, and you can see it turns. All right, so I brought some items out here to try it on. Now that is tightened down as it would be in your house. So let's see if it has enough power to break that free. Oh, without a problem. We'll do it on this one also. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, so another feature I do like about these things, unless I don't even know if this has that feature, and we're going to find out together right now. And that is the feature that where rather than using the automatic to do your final tightening, because I've told you before when we were talking about electrical, you want to make sure that your screws on your electrical outlets, especially the neutral side, but that doesn't mean don't do the hot side, but on the white wire on the neutral side, you want to make sure that that is very tight. Now, I don't use a Phillips screwdriver for that because it could strip it out very easily. So what I do use is a flat screwdriver. Okay, now this is a flat bit, a number 2 flat bit that I have in my collection that I brought out here that does not come with this set. But you can put it in here, and this has a locking mechanism in it, so when you're not using the button, the shaft is locked tight, so you can put some real torque into it, and I just really torqued that down. So let's see if it's going to loosen it with the power now, because I really did tighten that good. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it did take it out. All right. So by no means do I recommend this for professional contractors and things like that that are going to be really working the tool all day. This is more of a lightweight homeowners type little product, just to save you from doing all that twisting. But if the battery dies on it, you can use it just like a regular screwdriver, and it's got a comfortable size handle for that, so you're not really grabbing a hold of this giant flashlight when you're doing it. And of course, like I said, you still got that little flashlight on there. All right, so that being said, let's talk about some of the other things that I would add to this. And one thing that I did want you to notice is that this does have a, let me see if I can get it aligned there. It does have a magnet inside of it. So when you put your tip in there, it becomes magnetic. Okay. As you can see. Okay, so that helps hold the screw in place when you're you put the screw in the tip of it, it'll hold it there while you align up where you're going to shoot it into. All right. These are some bits that I have in my collection, all except for this one, which is the number 2 Phillips that comes with the set. Okay, and these are some things that you might want to pick up for yourselves if you do get this, because it makes it handy. Okay, this is a magnetic extension kit, so you can go get a longer screwdriver to get into deep places with it. And this has a magnet at the tip also, so that you don't have to try to magnetize the whole extension. It's already magnetized down there, so you can pick up screws with it, okay? All right, so that's one thing that I would add to your collection. You can buy those at any hardware store. Then, another thing would be one of these. This is a socket set, 1/4 inch. I wouldn't go larger than 1/4 inch, just use 1/4 inch sockets. That's a longer unit than this one. And this one will allow you to put little sockets on the 1/4 inch drive and put that in there. And then you've got a socket for tightening and loosening nuts that are maybe you're putting together an IKEA table or something, and it's got a few little hex nuts or something like that that you need to tighten. Well, that'll come in real handy. So you can buy those at some of the local hardware stores. They're not really expensive. All right, so one other thing I did notice, which is a downside of this tool, is you can also buy these bits that are two-sided. They have the flat screwdriver bit on one side, and they have the number 2 Phillips on the other side. You can't use these in this tool, and the reason for that is they don't go in deep enough because of the magnet that's inside, and they're just barely hanging on there, so you can see that it wobbles when it's inserted. So you can't use a two-sided bit. You'll have to buy separate bits or use the separate bits that come with it. All right, so lastly, well, not lastly, but one of the last things that we're going to go into right here is I picked up one of these a long time ago, and it's been handy my whole life. I don't really remember where I got it, but I'm sure you can find them online. It's a pencil sharpener. So you can take your pencil, stick it in there, and press the button, and sharpen your pencils. I don't know, hey POWBUZZ, maybe you might want to see what you can get on these things, and include one with your kit. Handy little item, especially for a homeowner who needs to sharpen pencils. So they have an automatic pencil sharpener along with their toolkit. All right, just me thinking out loud, but that's about all I have here. I do want to say, like I was starting to say, I wouldn't recommend this for hardcore contractors who really need to work a tool hard all day. But for those of you that are homeowners and you have little things that you have to fix, like this comes off of my water pump that had broken, and I had epoxied it on, but it started leaking again, so I ordered a whole new head. And you got to take a bunch of screws out. Well, with one of these little things, you can make short time of it. And I saved this because these other parts here are still good. It was only broken here, so these parts are still good. So if those go bad on my pump, I can take these off of here and use them. So, good little item. Now remember, this also is a 5/16 socket. So very many of the hex head screws that come with items that you put together will be 5/16 in size. You can just fit that right over there and use that to take those screws out. All right. Now, I was going to show you how to take out the screws on this, but you've already seen how it works, so we'll skip that. But one thing I do want to do before I forget is I've got to take the cover off of this table saw, because while I was setting things up here, I knocked one of these drywall screws down, and it went down inside the blade area, and it's sitting in the bottom of the blade trough. And if I fire this saw up, it'll grab a hold of that thing and fling it out like a bullet. So I want to make sure I take care of that before I forget and I have an incident later on. Anyway, like I said, I will put the Amazon link to this in the comment section below this video. You can leave comments and questions below, and I'll see what I can do to answer those for you. And we'll go from there. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me on this episode. This is G Bear signing off.